One of the biggest moments of the year for our team has been the draft. Now, as you can see, we have the number 4 pick, and I'm honestly kind of happy about it. So a starting pitcher, a left fielder, and a catcher have all been taken. Who are we going to take at number 4? Well, let's find out. With our very first pick in this draft at the number 4 overall slot, we are going to take Roman Delgado. He's a 22-year-old kid. He's playing, I believe, in Puerto Rico, if I remember correctly. He's a third baseman who's calling up sometime after 2023, and I think he's going to be a good pick. Now, keep in mind, guys, the one thing you want to remember here is that you can become one of these players. And if you want to know how, there's a thing down below in the description. After this draft is over, I want you to pick a player that you've seen me draft, which I'll show you guys there how to do it, and then fill out that template, and then you too can become one of these players if you get lucky. In round number 2, we're going to take a little bit of a gamble here. We didn't really scout very well, it appears, this season, and Sandy Santos is a guy that the accuracy is not too good, but I think there's potential here. He's got solid speed, pretty good stealing, higher arm strength than J.R. Keane, who was the center fielder we were looking at, good fielding, solid power all around, and his contact is actually really good. So look, if this guy is anything like he's advertised, he will be worth it. So Sandy, welcome to the squad. We actually also have a pick in the competitive balance round, and Jeffrey Byers is the next guy we're going to take. Again, looking at his stats, what he could potentially be, I know the accuracy isn't overly high for this guy, but he's got good fielding, good arm strength, really good contact versus left and righties. He is kind of a really short dude at 5'8", 198, but let's hope that he hits a growth spurt. But anyways, we're going to take him, a right fielder, Jeffrey Byers. Welcome to the team. Our pick in round number 3 is going to be Eldridge Pitts, a starting pitcher who's 19 years old, estimated to come up in 2022. You can see he's got good stats. His break is actually really good. I kind of like where his arm accuracy could go. So he's going to be the next player that we take. In round number 4, we're going to take Robin Chiavacchi. Again, another guy with solid potential all around. And I really like his contact and his power for being a second baseman. Something we've desperately needed is a relief pitcher. So in round number 5, we're taking Chris Clements. Again, high potential here. He's at 20 years of age out of the Dominican Republic. I believe this kid will be a stud one day. And our last pick in the draft goes to the 21-year-old out of Maryland, Archie Norris, a center fielder. I know I've drafted a couple of outfielders at this point, but he's got a low injury risk, he has decent speed, and we just need a lot more outfielders. So Archie, welcome to the team as the very last pick of this draft. The first year player draft has concluded, and oh my god, did we ever get some gems. Ramon Delgado right here, 22 years of age, a switch hitter, 91 potential. Our second pick was Sandy Santos out of left field. This dude, 88 potential. Our right fielder, Jeffrey Byers, 79 potential. Eldridge Pitts with 71. Robin Chiavacchi with a 79. Chris Clements with a 77. And then the final pick we made was Archie Norris, 80 overall potential. I am so hyped about this draft class. And as a reminder, if you guys are interested in becoming one of these players or having the opportunity to become one of them, all you have to do is use the template down below in the description. You want to choose the player that you want to become. You want to put the first and last name of the player that you want to be, fill out the rest of the template, and then I will announce the winners for these players in a future episode. So good luck to everybody. See if you can get one of these guys. Kyle Seager has not had the best game so far. He's 0 for 3, and he just learned that we drafted a stud of a third baseman. So it hasn't really been the best day for him. Now we're down 3-2. It's the bottom of the 9th inning. Nobody on and nobody out for Mr. Kyle Seager. He says, oh, don't mind me. I'm going to pop one out here to right field real quick. Get a nice little single. And just like that, we're going to have the winning run coming up to the plate if we can hit a home run somehow. But Kyle Seager's still happy because he's like, okay, maybe I'll still have a job after that one. Up next, we're going to have Dakota Elrod batting the cleanup spot today for us. Now, Mr. Elrod, we need a base hit from you. He's going to see one inside. He pokes one out to deep left field. This one's going back. The left fielder is racing. That one's going to go off the wall. We're going to try to move Kyle Seager over to third base. We're going to have guys at the corners. Honestly thought he was going to be caught there, but somehow, someway, Dakota Elrod goes off the wall. And this man's got a 6-game hitting streak. The young fella is putting on a show. Look, in his second year, he's been a man, a myth, and a legend. Again, going off left field. What a clutch at bat there for the guy who's just batting a shy under 250. Gleyber Torres is coming up now, 275 batting average, and it's been climbing like crazy. All he needs to do is get a base hit. Even a shot to deep right field, that's probably going to score Kyle Seager here. So what can you do, Gleyber? You're a right-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. See if you can get an RBI here and tie this ball game up. First pitch is going to be outside. Gleyber's going to lay off of that one. The manager says, okay, let's do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and don't give him anything good to hit. That's basically the sign that he was telling him. Now, the last time we saw Gleyber up, he did accidentally strike out, so we're hoping that he doesn't strike out here. He's going to see one, and ladies and gentlemen, if the field shifted about 80 degrees, that would have been a home run. But unfortunately, it's not going to be a home run there. So Hand is trying to see if he can get it out here. Again, we want to avoid the double play. We want to try to get a base hit so we can get at least one run here. Next pitch is inside. Look, It's a 2-2 count right now, or excuse me, a 2-1 count. He's sitting in the driver's seat at the moment. Again, waiting on something here. Inside, he goes down the line, but that one is foul. Could have laid off of that one. I'm pretty sure it would have been a ball. And the replay shows that it was just outside of the strike zone, so it should be 3-1, but now it's 2-2. And he's going to hit one on the third baseline. They're going to go for the double play. They're going to concede one run. Almost had a wild throw there, but look, we tied the game up here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Gleyber, you know, you got an RBI. It wasn't the hit that you expected to get, but we'll take it nonetheless. Now, up next, who are we going to have up? We're going to have Mike Zunino. In the previous game, this guy had 2 home runs, so what can he do here? Well, they're going to throw it completely outside of the zone and avoid him at all costs. I mean, he's on a hot streak right now. I don't blame him. He's been a fantastic catcher for us, and he's trying to see if he can go yard here to get a walk-off, but he's struck out his last 2 at-bats. And again, they're going outside. They're afraid to pitch to him. The 2-0 count now to Zunino. He's waiting for looks like a fastball. He's going to see one in the zone, and that one, just like Torres's earlier, deep. And it's out of the ballpark, but it just so happens to be a smidge foul. Now, a 2-1 count here for Zunino, trying to get on base. He's going to see one low. He's going to dice one out into left field, and we get a base hit. So look, we got 1 guy on. We have 2 outs. San Diego has to be nervous now. Up next is Jamil Aziz. Again, not the best batting average for Mr. Aziz so far this season, but he does have a history of having clutch hits for us. And this ball's going to be right in on his hands. It jams him, and there's going to be an out there at shortstop. Up first for San Diego is Craig Gentry. He's had a pretty solid game so far. Now, we have Gonzalez on the mound. We're going to see if he can actually get out of this inning pretty quickly. We would like to have 3 up, 3 down, ideally. And they go for a nice little bunt. Third baseman comes in. Kyle Seager says, oh, you saw me get a base hit last inning, and you see him make a nice throw to Dakota Elrod there, and the first out of the inning has been had. Here we go for the second batter. He hasn't had the best day, so we're going to see if we can start him off with a fastball, kind of on the outside part of the plate. It goes up the middle, not where we wanted it to be. No one's going to get to that one, and they now have a base hit. 1 guy on. We got to be careful. Eric Hosmer comes to bat now, 1 for 4. He has an RBI in the game. We would like to avoid him getting any more RBIs in today's game, if we're being perfectly honest. And they're going to try to steal. They go for a hit and run, and the hit and run works out perfectly. Guys on first and second now with 1 out. We need desperately a double play. Facing the next batter here, we're going to try to get him off with a sinker. First pitch is low. It's going to be up the middle. We have an opportunity for double play here. We get the turn. Can we get it over? And we do get the double play. We get out of a big jam there with 2 guys on. Renfroe, well, today isn't your day, young fella. In comes Colton Brewer, 1-1 in the season with a 4.19 ERA. And I'm hoping that Andre Johnson can make a play here, batting .239. Again, he's got a penchant for getting good hits when we need him to. Let's see if he can actually drive in a nice base hit right here. And we're sitting back waiting for a fastball. We see one. Actually, it's going to be a changeup at least. We drop it into the middle. That one's going to poke right in front of the center fielder. And just like that, we've started off the inning with the base hit, and we have a speedster on the bases. Severino Gonzalez is up, and you know what that means. We're going to get him up out of here. So on the bench, we can take him out, and we can put in, oh my God, we have nobody to put in. So guess what? Severino, you're batting on this one. So because we have literally no one on right now, we're going to have to use Severino in as a hitter. We're going to try to bunt here. So he's going to pop one right in front of the catcher. We're going to move a guy over to second base. He throws it over to first, and they actually have a wild throw. You have to be kidding me. The bunt with Severino Gonzalez works. What are the Padres doing? Oh my God, we got so lucky. Now Cameron Maben, the highest batting average on our team at .324. He's only batting 1 for 2 today, or excuse me, 1 for 4 today. He's in about the top 10 or so for batting averages in the season. Let's see if he can get a nice little base hit. Now we could bunt, but I feel like they're expecting it with the third baseman in. First pitch is a high slider just outside the zone, and Jose Torres is in the bullpen. San Diego can't be happy with their current pitcher. I mean, they brought in Brewer expecting him to get the job done, but so far the first 3 pitches he's thrown have not been good. Now inside, we're going to see a split one off in the right field. It's going to be close to be caught. That one is not going to be caught. We might get tagged up here. Oh, we're not. We're going to get all guys in safe. So bases are now going to be loaded, and I think we might be seeing, who are we going to be actually seeing here? We're seeing Marcus Frisk. Okay, the best young player on our team, Marcus Frisk. We're going with the power swing here. Try to get into the outfield. They pitch away from us, of course. They're nervous from Frisk. Bases are loaded for Marcus Frisk. What can he do for us right here? Again, power swing all the way, trying to drive it into the outfield. He's going to see one low, he grounds it, and that one's going to be off of the wall. So close, but so far away. Marcus Frisk now again, bases loaded. The count is all even at 2-2 at the moment. We're going to avoid the power swing and go normal here. Again, full count right now. Kyle Seager on deck. Things are about to get real spicy. Marcus Frisk has worked his way into a full count. What can he do here? Brewer is about to blow this game if Frisk can make contact with it. Frisk makes contact on the right field line. This one is going to be just fouled, so close to being a walk-off hit. You can feel the tension in the arena. I mean, there's not a lot of fans, if we're being perfectly honest, but those that are here, they're excited. Now Frisk hits one up the middle. That's it. That's a GG. That is game over. We're going to hit Andre Johnson in. Marcus Frisk with the base hit. And that is going to seal the deal for the Cardiac Marlins. They're back at it again. Look, this is a young team. They were They were 4 games under 500 before this game. Now they're creeping back up towards 500. I'm proud of this team. Marcus Frisk got the job done, and you know what, a grand slam would have been pretty dope, but as you can see, they're pulling Marcus Frisk over to the side. They're saying, look, young fella, you deserve the player of the game. That was a big RBI. What a ball game by the Marlins. You can see Marcus Frisk, 1 home run, 3 RBIs, and of course, the game-winning base hit and a Gatorade bath to go with it. Now, the worst news we could have possibly received is that Sean Manaea just tore his rotator cuff, and he's going to be out for over 6 months. This is the worst news we could have received. Due to the major injury that we had at Sean Manaea, we have to bring in someone. So I'm saying, Alvin Morris, this is your shot at the big leagues, young fella. Look, you're a 76 overall now. You spent pretty much the entire season in AAA. You got crazy velocity, good stamina. I'm going to give you a shot. Just help me out here, okay? Now, heading into today's game, Dakota Elrod is 0 for 3, and we are down right now. Playing in New York, the Mets are up 2-1. In the top of the ninth, we are trying to make sure that we walk out here with another big victory. And Dakota Elrod says, the first pitch I see, I'm going to drive it up the middle. And the big fella, again, you saw it in the previous game that we played. He got a base hit when we needed him to, and he does it again. I don't know if his hitting streak's still alive, but that was a solid cut of the ball there. And we got Mike Zunino up again, a guy on first base, nobody out. He's going to see one inside, and that slider just moved a whole lot, and he's also 0 for 3 today, trying to avoid being 0 for 4. Come on, Mike, we need you to step up big here. He's 11 home runs in the season, only 32 RBIs. Kind of hoping he'd do a little bit better through about 70 games or so. But it's still a solid cut as he takes another one that he completely whips on there. The 0-2 count, you got to protect the plate now if you're Zunino. He got one, and Mike says, get out of town. He might have swung and missed on the first one. He might have swung and missed on the second one, but the third one, that went to the upper deck. 12th home run of the season. He heard me talk about his RBIs. He says, oh, don't worry. I want that big contract in the offseason. And he goes deep on that one, giving this team a 3-2 lead. And there's still nobody out on this ball game, so there's opportunities for more runs from the rest of the squad. Now here comes Torres up, and I still can't get over how crazy that home run was there by Zunino. So hopefully Torres can also find himself on base. And they almost hit Gleyber Torres there. I mean, that's a little disrespectful if you ask me, but he's coming into the game so far 1 for 3. Again, that average sitting above 260. I want it to be higher right now. I know we have a lot of young, unproven talent, but I need him to be batting a little bit better. And the second one is going to be jamming him inside. First strike of the bat for him. Here we go with the 2-1 count now to Torres. That one is a little bit late off the end of the bat, and that's an easy fly ball to the right fielder for the first out of the inning. Esteban Florial also 1 for 3, just like Gleyber Torres. The center fielder is trying to make a little bit of noise for his squad. Look, we have that 1-run lead. I'm feeling pretty solid, but I need Florial to get a base hit here. So the first pitch to Florial is a high fastball that he lays off of. Sitting with the 1-0 count now, Florial waiting for the next one. Sees one across the middle, he drives it right back up the middle, and he's on base now. An opportunity for someone else to shine. We've got Jamil Aziz up again, a guy that's been known to get good base hits. He's going to see one, and would have been a home run if it just went about 200 feet to the left. And on today's ballgame, Jamil Aziz has 2 walks and his only at bat. There wasn't a walk, he flew out to center field, so we're trying to get him his first base hit of the afternoon. He sees one, and again, it is significantly foul. The 0-2 count, last time we saw Zunino go yard, Jamil Aziz instead sees a ball inside. The 1-2 count now to Jamil Aziz. He's got Florial on first base. And they get him sitting back watching that one. Yeah, go ahead and sit down, Jamil. That wasn't your best at bat. Now, Marcus Frisk was scheduled to have the day off today, but you know what? We said, come in, get yourself in a bat here, and we'll let you pinch hit for the pitcher at this point to see if Frisk can do something. Now, he's batting .240 to 3 home runs at 18 RBIs. Hasn't shown the power or the RBIs we've hoped for this season, but he's still been a solid guy for us all year long. Now, he's going to foul his first pitch off with the 0-1 count. Here goes Frisk again. He's going to drive one past the second baseman. Oh, the second baseman makes a great play to throw it to first, and Frisk is 1 step away from extending his 5-game hit streak, and that's going to be the end of the inning. And with a 1-run lead, there's nobody I trust more in our squad than Sean Doolittle. So, Mr. Doolittle, we're going to bring you in the game. He's 2-0 with 20 saves and a 2.33 ERA. He has been lightning good this year. The first player he's going to face today is Brandon Nemo, batting a little under 250, and I'm hoping that Doolittle can get the best of him here. So we're going to try to go a fastball up high to start. Just missed the strike zone on that one for Doolittle. Let's go fastball down low this time. Missed on that one a little bit. We're going to see if we can get Andre Johnson to throw him out. What a throw by Johnson. Is going to be close. And they say he got him. Andre Johnson with the Gold Glove play of the season so far for the Miami Marlins. That was a beautiful play, and we don't even get a replay on it, which is unfortunate. But as Drupal Cabrera comes up, 3 for 4, 2 doubles, and a single for him so far. He has been lights out so far today, and we're hoping we can strike this dude out. Now, we start off very, very good there. Good little slider hits the bottom of the zone. We're going to change up low again. That one's going to be just outside of the zone. Doolittle says, okay, we can try something different. So fastball out, and that one completely misses. So Doolittle, he's seen better pitches so far. Next pitch of the bat is going to be high. We're going to see if we can catch him, and we are going to catch him. Florial's going to be there to catch that one, and we got their second out, 1 out away from getting the 21st save of the year for Sean Doolittle. And the only person standing in between him and save number 21 is number 21 of the Mets. That's going to be Todd Frazier. Now, we're going to hit him with a high fastball, hoping we can jam him or get him to pop out. Now, he ends up looking at that one. He sees, like, okay, Doolittle's got a little bit of magic. We're going to slider down and in. He's going to catch that one really well, but it's going to be good for us, foul. Now, we're going high fastball inside again. Just missed the zone on it. So instead of going high fastball this time, I think the move was going to be a low fastball. We just got him. He swung, he missed, and Doolittle gets save number 21 in the season. The Marlins did it big again. Mike Zunino hits a huge shot to deep left field, goes to the upper deck for a 2-run home run, gives us the lead, and then Doolittle comes in and says, don't mind me, I'm going to go ahead and get that save real quick. While Alvin Morris did get a little bit of playing time last season, I'm kind of excited because his first start this season, look what he does. 7 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts, and a 1.29 ERA. Most importantly, he got the victory. So I feel like even though Manaea went out, this was a blessing in disguise getting this young fella up so far so good.